It's Sunday morning, May the 4th, also known as Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, and also with you. Good morning. I woke up with nothing to smoke, so I had to go to the store looking like this after I fed my chickens. It's about 54 degrees in West Virginia this morning, and my chickens were all cooped up. So I let them out to rip and run, and I went and got some cigarettes, and now I am back on the porch listening to all of the birds. Not just my birds, but everybody, all the birds. You know, there's chickens and there's turkeys, but there's also hawks and geese and a blue jay and a starling, and it appears to be a robin. I've become a birder, and I don't know when it happened. That was Napoleon trying to holler about it. Okay, so I'm loving all the prom pictures that are popping up on my newsfeed this morning. Loving it. Takes me back to 99, baby. I got to think about that first year I went. I wore a green bridesmaid's dress that my Aunt Beth wore in somebody else's wedding in the 90s. And my hair was stacked on my head like I might be singing the special at the Pentecostal church. And I had these big curly ringlets like I also might be Jewish Orthodox. It was a whole dichotomy. I looked pretty. I went with a firefighter. He was a singer. I was a freshman. And he played the tuba and band. I didn't think it was a love connection. I thought it was a chance for a 14-year-old to go to prom. Sophomore year, I went with Sarno, and I wore a red Miss Kitty dress. Jessica McClintock. You remember Jessica McClintock? Those dresses were gorgeous, and they were higher than a cat's back. But I had saved up all my money. And I had a beautiful red dress with big ribs in it, and had the big poofy skirt. Oh, I loved it. My date wore a cowboy hat, and I wore a nosegay of roses. Junior year, I dressed up in a hot pink Grecian goddess dress that I found in Danville, Kentucky. Off the shot, watermelon pink. With a big sash on it. God, I loved it. Me and Jeremy went that year, and he also wore a hot pink tie, and we danced our butts off and we rode in a Humvee. Senior year, I really didn't give a shit about prom. I was engaged, and then he broke off our engagement 2 weeks before prom. So I went with my buddy Greg, and I wore a black dress that I found at JCPenney for $45. It was my favorite prom dress I'd ever worn. But I remember in all 4 years of prom, and some in other cities and states that we won't mention, it seems like my hair and makeup was always the first thing. You know, let's do that and get it over with. We always went tan in bed first. Oh, God, tan in bed. And you have to do tan aerobics where you, like, lay this boob and lay on your side, and lay this boob and lay on your side, and lay on your back and hold your boobs up, lay your boobs down, and lay on your stomach. Otherwise, you get these big half moons around your boobs and here and in like right on the butt cheek of your ass. You got these little half moons. So you got to, like, tan aerobics. You can't just lay there in the tan bed. Like, you have to, like, you know, coat every area, every nook and cranny. And then we'd have to go to Onlanes because everybody was getting their hair done. And then we'd have to get our hair done, and we'd have to get our makeup done. And then, you know, that's first. You have to wear a button-up shirt. Then you have to put on your outfit, and then everybody gets together for pictures. That's the way it used to be. And let me just say that all of these prom dresses are beautiful, and I'm seeing remnants of the 90s and the 80s, and even the early 2000s come back for a final appearance. And that's awesome. But children, for the life of me, I can't understand how you're spending $500 up for a prom dress, and you can't get the $10 together to get them caterpillars off that baby's head. I saw more Groucho Marx eyebrows with $1,000 sequin dresses. It looked like a drag race. I'm like, you're telling me that all the money that you spent to put that baby in hair and makeup and a dress and jewelry and shoes and a cummerbund and a, you know, match the tie with his, you know, get the corsage and you couldn't run down there to Christie's and get them eyebrows tamed real quick? Because I don't care what kind of sequins you had on. I was too busy looking at what kind of winter we was going to have. I'm on Facebook Live right now. So, big misunderstanding. I don't understand how you can spend upwards of $1,000 to put that baby in sequins and then not tame her eyebrows. That's all I'm saying. You know, things you think about as a 40-year-old. we did go yard selling yesterday, and I got a bunch of fun stuff. I got Sean some footy pajamas for $1, and he has yet to try them on, but they're fancy. And got some bushel baskets for the garden for like $1 a piece. I know. And then I got like 4 or 5 dresses. Of course, we had to go to the Goodwill because it was raining, and we didn't want to yard sell in the rain. And I'm telling you, we went yesterday to the Baptist basement sale up there in St. Albans, and a beautiful church. And there was these little old ladies, and they had this sign outside that said, fish sandwich. Let me start again. Fish sandwich. It was in quotations, like it was an alleged fish. Might be a fish sandwich, might be chicken, but fish sandwich. So we stopped, and we stood in line, and there was this little old precious woman, looked like Della Reese, working the counter, and she said, honey, welcome to the yard sale. And I was like, okay. She said, what can I get you? What can I get y'all? And I was like, just point us to the yard sale. I don't know if she had the COVID or the COPD, but she was hacking and coughing and then just wiping and rubbing them biscuits up. I was like, I spent a fortune there on the yard sale because everything was cheap and they had a bunch of good stuff. But I just couldn't bring myself to eat the fish sandwich after Sister Helen had coughed all over it. I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. I don't know if that makes me not very Christian or if that just makes me self-aware. I don't know. But I did buy some beautiful lace curtains for the chicken chapel. I did. And we stopped by Witt's feed store, and I got some catnip because I didn't have none. And they were nice enough to send us on the way with some bee balm and a butterfly bush. So I'm tickled to death. Why are they hollering? Are y'all out yet? I've got to put that wire up. They are starting to fly, and I'm not going to clip their wings this young. I hate to clip any youngin's wings. If they want to R. Kelly and believe that they can fly, then who am I? You know? But I do want to keep them from being a meal for the hawks, so... That sounds like Napoleon is not in his yard. No, he is. He's just loud. Sorry. Have to check. Them little sons of bucks get out and rip and run. And I did learn this yesterday. You can train turkeys like dogs. We had Timmy and Tommy out yesterday, and they followed us around the yard for an hour. No, not Timmy. Tammy. Tammy and Tommy, who are in love. We got Tommy out because he flips and flops in the brooder, and we was afraid that he might hurt his neck. So we got him out, and he's scared of everybody else. And then he just comes running over to me and like, mm. And so we let his girlfriend out yesterday, Tammy, who's a little white turkey. And I'm telling you guys, it was like watching little penguins on the beach. They went running to each other, and their little necks interlocked, and you hear him start going, peep, 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 and she's going, peep, 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 and I'm like, have I got 2 turkeys in love? Because that means that I can't eat neither one of them sons of bitches now. I can't break them. I can't be the people to break them up. I can't be the dragon that separated Romeo and Juliet. I can't do it. So, we'll just see what happens. But little Timmy is acting funny, and he's got a little attitude. Timmy, come here. He might be Thanksgiving. He's got to quit picking on me and pecking at me. You know, if you're going to be friendly in my flock, you can't peck at the hand that feeds you. Or else you end up in the pot. I think that's very safe to go for the rest of my circle friends, too. If you can't act right, you can't stay in the coop. You can't stay in the flock. But I will tell you that badminton racket has been very helpful when they get out. I just kind of, they don't hurt them. I just pop them back over. Anyway, I got to get busy on this day and wash the dishes and do some laundry and get this carport cleaned up because, good Lord, they're going to think we're having a yard sale next because I haven't put away all of my fines from yesterday. And I have to organize. And also, I think I'm going to start putting up the chicken wire today if it don't rain. But in the meantime, we're just busy as little ants over here. Just working. And planning for a wedding. Oh, by the way, y'all asked us if we... Oh, I dropped y'all right off the stand. Did you see that? You just hopped right down. Everybody asked us, and I love that. I love y'all. I don't expect y'all to get us nothing, but you did ask if we was registered. We are. We're on Amazon, and that link's on my engagement picture of the mayor's license. I remember where it's on there. Sean put it on there. But And I didn't ask for nothing crazy. I asked for like paper towels and toilet paper and laundry detergent and chicken feed and L8s and Cadbury eggs. Sean put on there a $200 glass chess set, and I was like, we don't play chess. He said it recommended me things, and I didn't know what to do, and I got a little carried away. And I was like, you have 5 KitchenAid mixers on this registry. Where do you think we live? And what job is it that I have that I need 5 KitchenAid mixers? I love him. I'm glad that they didn't send us in with a gun to a Macy's, because he probably would have come out with a new Ford truck and a bass boat. But just crack up. I'm like, I could use these spoons. I'm 41. I sold damn near everything in the first divorce. Only divorce in the first marriage. I just got rid of everything. I don't want nothing that's tied to that memory. So, I'm not big on like frilly stuff, but if you want to throw some jingle at us so we can take a pretend honeymoon for a couple days in Gatlinburg, that's awesome. If you also want to buy a $15 bag of corn and say happy nuptials, that's fine. I understand in this day and age that for me to want the Bow and Hope wedding of my dreams, with 19,000 people there, I would have to go into debt like I was building a house. And I am building a house, and I'm starting a career, and I'm on the road doing stand-up, and I have chickens. Doesn't bode very well for a budgetary wedding. So we decided that when the mood strikes us, we're going to just get married, and then we'll have a big old party later for everybody. But we don't know when that's going to be yet. So we just know we have to do it in the next 58 days, unless we go and get another marriage license. That's all I know. So, but y'all ask, we are registered on the Amazon. And, you want to get some chick feed or something for us, that's awesome too. I gotta get busy. It's Sunday morning and I gotta get busy. But I did want to get on here and say good morning to you for a minute. I know that we don't normally do Cigarette Mom on Sunday, but after I saw all them pictures pop up from prom, I'm like, are there already packed saddles out? Because I'm pretty sure I saw one on that girl's forehead. Oh, I love y'all, but we need to work on our brows before we work on our formals. My friend Amber used to say that. She'd say, don't worry about me, worry about your brows. And I always thought that was so funny. I'm like, she's for real, though. I know mine are a little worse for the wear this week, but you can still see that there's an arch and that they're not crawling across my forehead. I'm telling you, some of these young ladies that had too many antibiotics in their chicken growing up, they're going to have a problem with PCOS. I just know it, because they're already getting that hair on their face. And it's like right here, like Groucho Marx. I'm just waiting for the little tiny beard to come in, and if it does, you're going to have to get on metformin, and then your life is going to change forever. I'm just telling you, work on them brows. Coming from somebody who knows and loves you. Somebody who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, went to Flow Party. But anyway, I've just been giving out motherly advice all week. Like yesterday, I watched a woman back out of her driveway with the parking brake on, and I was like, your parking brake's on. We're all sitting around talking and visiting, and she's scooting that car back, and that wheel's going, not moving, not spinning, just got the parking brake set. She finally wrestled that sumbitch out that driveway, and she almost hit our car doing it, and she was on this hill, and I was like, girl, your parking brake is on. I'm like, Edna, your parking brake is on. Well, by this time, everybody in the yard sale's just laughing at this interaction. Well, it took her a good halfway down the street before you finally heard, and there she just jetted off like she pulled back on a rubber band. I went, found that parking brake release. Happens to the best of us. First time I drove the Jeep, accidentally drove all the way to the end of the street with the parking brake engaged and couldn't figure out why that Jeep was not doing Jeep stuff. Telling you, check the parking brake. You'll thank me later. That's Napoleon. He has a lot to say this morning. Apparently he's giving out his orders. I love how he's like, Napoleon. Like, that's his. And Liberace's like, Liberace. Like, he gets all 4 syllables. Like, they yell their own names. Napoleon. Did you hear it? Liberace's been kind of quiet the last couple of days. I think that I hurt his feelings. We had to have a talk the other day because he ran out of the coop. And I did that thing where I hypnotize them, you know, and you put them on the ground. And then they just like, and they lay there until you touch them again, and then they go berserk. So I had all of my roosters laid out, and I'm like, we're not going to run away from home now, are we, little boys? This is not Peter Pan, and you are not going off with Captain Hook. And then I poked each of them with a stick, and they come back to life, and I put them in the coop. Sometimes you have to get your cocks in line. You got to get them in order, because they'll just be going everywhere. Girls, pay attention. Hypnotize them. Put them on the ground. We're talking about roosters. Don't be dirty. That's Grover. Grover's like, let me show you what. No, not Grover. Gordon. We got Gordon and Stanley, and I think we got a little Rodney out there. I don't know. Because just about every one of my Banies is a rooster, because somewhere Hazel Hicks is laughing in her grave. And Baney roosters, it's mean as shit. That's all you're going to have. Baney roosters. I can hear her. She's been dead in the ground since 1988, and I can hear her. I can hear her. Meaner and shit, them little Baney roosters. I can hear her right now. Anyway, I'd give anything if my papa was still alive to help me put this garden out. Because I do not know what I'm doing. And I'm just kind of winging it. But nothing has died or wilted yet, so that's a good sign. You know. Go with God and whatnot. Maybe we'll have broccoli and carrots and a little bit of tomatoes this summer. You all can tell by looking at me I don't eat healthy that much. But I do like to put out a garden because that's what you do when you're from the South. You wear a funny hat, you wear old clothes, and you plant tomatoes. Weezer say it. That's what we do. So, maybe we should all just compile every bit of... That's what we'll do. If you're watching this right now, leave in the comments your favorite piece of Appalachian/Southern knowledge. Like, don't wash the cast iron skillet. Or if you're going to make sweet tea, make sure you do the sugar and water first. Or if you do cornbread, make sure that you put the butter in the pan first, put that in the oven, let it preheat. Or wash your sheets on Saturdays, and that way you can start the week with clean sheets. Like this, like give me your favorite piece. Like, you know, never go out the same door, or never come in another door that you went out at. Like, you have to go in and out the same door. It's bad luck. Or don't bring dogwood branches in the house, because that's bad luck. Or if you hear a hoot owl screech, you know, like this, if you have any of those Appalachian/Southern little wives' tales, folklore pieces of advice, comment them. Because I think I'm going to compile something that's like the Book of Appalachia. That's like, this is all the advice that we can dig out of this mountain. Hell, they've done stripped us of coal and timber. They might as well take our advice. Shit. But anyway, I better get up because these dishes ain't going to do themselves. And I got a lot of chores to finish before I can go to the ball, you know? So. But in the meantime, I love you, and I mean it. There's a damn thing that you can do about it. I'm going to try to enjoy my day today as best as I can in the middle of a perimenopausal hormone shift. It's all right. It's all right. Me and the Lord and Mary Jane, we'll get through it. So, but I love you. I do. And I hope that you're having a good Sunday, and I hope that you're being safe and you're being nice and you're loving on everybody. You know, don't be mean. Don't be hateful. I know there's a lot of you new followers on here that don't know me yet, but I'm a cigarette mom on and off this computer. Okay? So, if you start acting bad, and I tell you don't put that stuff on my Facebook page, and then you act bad again, and I say don't put that stuff on my Facebook page, and then you show your ass again, I'm going to block you. Yep. So, anyway, just be nice. Don't hurt nothing to be nice. Don't cost nothing to be nice. Takes more energy to frown than it does to smile and all that horse shit. So, you know, why cause yourself added stress? Just be nice. And then you won't end up in a song for 3.5 minutes and everybody hates you just as bad as I do. Like, think ahead. And check your brows. Comb them baby's brows before you taking more pictures in that prom dress. I mean, it was a pretty prom dress, and I would have worn it too if I was a size 2, but I also would have taken a pair of tweezers to them brows. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I love you. I'll talk to you later. And as always, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not. Bye.